So it is official. My new machine has been set up. And I've gone ahead. It took a couple of days, 2 to 3 days, a few days, to get it all up to par. After all, it is a new machine. It's a whole new operating system I'm not even familiar with. Dang, what is this thing running? Like Windows 12 or something. But it's beautiful, it's beautiful. It's nice and smooth. It's very different from the previous ones that I'm used to or have been accustomed to. And it is an upgrade. It took me a couple of days to familiarize myself with it, with the software, with the system. And I've gone ahead and installed all of my softwares, what I need for my work, what I need to get back into the swing of things. And yeah, it's all good. It's nice and smooth, and we are back in business. Woo! So, what's next? What's got to happen right now is I need to actually go through the process of taking all of my old contents and stuff from old drives and transfer it to the new device, the new machine. And what I've discovered is that I have been a bit of a hoarder, and essentially, it turns out that I've been accumulating a bunch of different drives and that kind of like stores different work or different memories or different files, just different contents and footage, and a whole bunch of scenarios that I've been a part of over the years. And I've been trying to sort out what is the best way to go about this, because obviously I don't want to dump a whole bunch of things in here into this new system, and then it becomes all slow. So it's it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting going through this. But check it out. I have literally discovered a plethora of little devices that I'm so excited to go through in a little while, and they range from anywhere from. In fact, let me check it out. They range anywhere from phones to external hard drives or replaced hard drives, and then of course there's my computer hard drives, all the way to thumb drives and and SD cards. So for instance, that I just found this bag, which I got from a data recovery store, which was not actually a very good experience. Bloody SSD. But yeah, and I have been storing in there a series of my old devices, and look at this. So remember I mentioned that I used to be a hardcore Mac user before, for whatever reason, I transitioned to PC or Android. So this is like my old iPhone, an old iPhone, and this iPhone just died. It got updated and refurbished and fixed a bunch of times, and eventually I had to extract all of my stuff from in there, my photos and videos and stuff. But I still got this bloody old iPhone. It doesn't work. I don't know why I've kept it. So that's what I mean. I've been like a hoarder of old devices. But on the other hand, from this iPhone, this was my first Android device, which is an old Asus. And in here is a plethora of memories that I don't even remember what's in here. All I know is that it still works. It turns on, and I can still like go through it and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to firing this bad boy and seeing what's on there. I actually ended up having to change it because the screen cracked and it broke. And I was like, time for a new one, and there was some attractive options in the market at the time, so I got a new one. And the new one I got turned out to be still an Android operating type of phone. I didn't go back to getting another like iPhone. And of course, this one is like the world's cheapest phone. Maybe not. I don't know. I was traveling somewhere, and my phone at the time just decided to, if I remember correctly, it decided to malfunction, and so I had to go to the computer shop or to a nearby phone shop and get it repaired. So while it's getting repaired, I needed to make contact. I needed to communicate. So I ended up getting this cheap phone. It cost like something like $1K, or less, just so I can continue communication and stay in touch while my phone at the time was getting fixed at a shop. So in here, I still have, I think I ended up having to transfer all of my contents from that particular phone at the time, from using this shared app. So in here, I probably have like a bunch of like things that I probably forgot over the years. Because the quality of this Q&A is really not that great in terms of the camera or the interface and so on. I mean, it's a cheap phone. You get what you pay for. So I didn't use it for long. So once I got my device from the shop, I just transferred stuff again and continue on with my new device. So I forgot I had this. I forgot, and I just discovered it here in this bag, in this bag, and so yeah. So you see, it's in good condition. I'm looking forward to turning it on and seeing what's in here. And of course, what's a hoarder without actual drives? Oh Lord. Look at that. Yep. I've never been like a social media kind of person. Like I never really got bit by that bug, like feeling the need to like upload crap on social media or sharing crap. So whatever, but for as long as I know, I've always been a collector of memories, and I've done so through photography, artifacts, video footage, captures, like, and by artifact, I mean like I would go someplace. I'd go to an island or visit someplace new, and I'd find something that I'll take with me that reminds me of that place. And sometimes it'll be like a shell or whatever it may be. Like it could be a rock or something that captures my attention, and so I'll take it. So that's what I mean by artifact. And so it's not always like photography, but in terms of contents or things that are digitized, yeah, I have tons and tons of footage, photography, and videos that have been stored all throughout these devices. and I've never done anything with them, and I'm not posting anything online. It's just like on social media like that. So it's usually I just kind of like collect these things for me, for my own purposes, for my own like, oh well, I've done this, or memories. But over time they do accumulate. And I remember at one point I had so much stuff that I start putting them on bigger and bigger storage devices, such as external hard drives. And this is one of those external hard drives that has like a ton of stuff that I've done throughout my trips, or places that I've been, like and photos that I've captured, and I can't keep them on my phone. So I take them off my phone and put them on an external hard drive. So this is one of them. And I just found this, and I was like, wow, I forgot about these. And I've got a few of them too. So I got this one as well. Yeah, these are the same. So this one just kind of goes inside of the shell and gets connected here. So it's interchangeable. Yeah, and I've got two of those, and that's about. This one is 300 gigs of. 320 gigs of footage contents in here, and this is probably another 300 gigs. Let's see. Yep, that's another 300 gig. So that's what, 600 gigs, 640 gigs worth of stuff. And I know all these are full because I remember not being able to put any more in here, which meant that I needed to go and get another external, which turned out to be this one. This is my latest external. It's SD WD. This is my latest external, 1 terabyte. And in here are some new stuff that I've done recently, some work, some of my designs, and also a few footage of things things that captured my attention that I might have shot along the way of living life, of living the good life. So yeah, and of course, oh Lord. When I came across these, I was like, completely forgot about them. And what I'm referring to is the good old-fashioned SD card. Look at this bad boy. As I look at these, I'm so intrigued. And again, I haven't opened an SD card for ages. In fact, my old computer had a drive for SD cards, but with external hard drives and just plugging into the USB, I haven't used it. So I haven't really, I just haven't used them. And my camera, which I use for professional photography, also does used to use SD cards, and my latest camera is just plug and play direct to the computer. So I haven't used SD cards, and I have several of them that's also full of images and contents and footage, and whatever photo shoots I might have produced back in the day is here. So I'm gonna go through all these, and luckily I also found an SD card reader. So I should be able to plug that right in here in my old computer and see what's up. So that should be fun. But look at this one, 16 megabyte. Like, what the heck, 16 megabyte? Like, what can I do with 16 This must be like 2 photos in here, or very low res. I don't know. It should be interesting. So from 16 megabyte, it got like 2 gig, right? You see this, 2 gig. Anyway, take my word for it. It's 2 gigs. We've got another one's got 1 gig of worth of stuff, and the good old 4 gigs. 4 gigs right here. So it should be interesting going through all these and discovering what has been left to memory, but out of sight. Digital memory, that is. It's another one here. It's an SD card with its own reader. And inside of it is an actual micro SD. Yeah, man. There's no gadgets have been storing my life. Like I said, I've never been a posting on social media kind of person, but I do love, I've always been a collector of memories. So, and last but not least, my goodness, I currently maintain like 1 or 2 memory sticks that allows me to easily transfer some files, especially if I need to share some with somebody, or if I need to like go somewhere and print something in large format. But so by default of that, I completely forgot about some other USB drives. Thumb drives that I've had along the way. And I just found them as well while I was looking for my previous hard drives to transfer stuff to my new computer. So apat, it's for them that I completely forgot about. These 2 I use on a regular basis. These 4, I'm like, where have you guys been? So I'll be going through each one of them as well and figuring things out, like what's in here. This one looks like it's got like 4 gigs of stuff in here. We've got another 4 gig. This one's got like 2 gigs worth of crap. And this one is in it. I remember this external. This one is like, it's like my eldest, most durable, most resilient drive. And yes, that is a piece of paper wrapped around it. And I remember getting to the point of like, I don't want to lose this, and I have no idea if it still works. So I wrapped this paper around it, which is like a receipt, just so I can keep it together. And this one has a unique little story, being that it used to be the only USB thumb drive that I would have with me, and I would use it to transfer anything and everything. And along the journey of life, it gets injured. It has fallen in a cliff, a cliff, and it has been dropped in the ocean. This thing has been through so much with me as I move around, as I travel. And so it's a miracle that it still works. And yes, it does still work, yeah. Yeah. In case you've never seen the insides of a USB, of a thumb drive, yep, there it is. That's the chip. That's what makes it work. That's where all your files are at. Right there. So, and this bad boy has like 8 gigs of content in there of my work and stuff that I must have captured along the way. So, anyhow, I'm looking forward to checking all these things out and going through all of them and discovering what I might have forgotten along the way over the years. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure that there's some really cool stuff in here. So, whatever I discover, I'll show you. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next video. You'll see. I'm Botnimoy at Ciao.